Hello, I'm Chaos. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Last time we explored Wincestre, got most of the wealth-related stuff from it. I'm just going to go grab the final book and then leave once more in order to hunt down some more tungsten. Because I believe we need 14, then we'll be able to upgrade this gear set to its max tier.
Hey, just run this straight. Focus, we have this.
So
I should not be seen in this area.
last time I more or less gave my extremely generalized opinions on religion. Religion as a whole. But here's the thing. Now, obviously, I mentioned a bunch of things on my opinion on it last time. But when it comes down to it, religion is still an incredibly unifying factor for humanity. Oh, we're back here. Now, of course, that unifying factor isn't always a good thing, but whether you like it or not, there are few things that have united humanity as thoroughly as religion. Of course, more often than not, it's united against someone, the other group who believes something slightly different to what you believe, but unification is unification. And I suppose that's probably what, like,
Let's take a closer look.
I mean, it's probably why religion as a concept lasted so long.
Reeve Selwyn, ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife to be carried out soon.
Best be watchful.
There's a bunch of minor chests around here, we're not going to go after them. More or less going to check out the bandit hideout. We've already checked out that blockade, had to get up here. We're going to swing on up to head up that way. And I mean, there has to be some level of comfort as to knowing, to believing this stuff, to believing a bunch of the stuff the religions put out. It just, when different religions, like, so, when it comes down to it, there's kind of, when I say there's two major camps in regards to religions. There's the, oh, they can do no wrong version, and like our god or gods can do no wrong and are infinitely good and everything. Or there's the, our gods are completely petty assholes. They're basically just humanity with a lot longer lifespan and a lot more powerful abilities, and we need to try to appease them in the hope that they don't not kill us all. Which, if I was to have to pick if I was to have to pick,
No! Shit! Take me that way! Put you in the ground! Let's finish it!
if I was to pick between them, I'd say the ones where it's like, oh yeah, our gods are petty assholes who honestly don't have any major care one way or another, is infinitely better than the, oh no, our gods are perfect then and can do no wrong types.
Out!
prime example of this. So in the first category, the one where it's like, hey, Angors are kind of petty assholes and will often go after each other, like, have no major, like, need to go one way or the other. I would probably put the Greek gods as in that category, because when it comes down to it, a lot of Greek stories are like, actually, like they basically go, actually, I don't like you now, and I'm gonna screw you over. Like, how many, like, there's a bunch of ones which are like, yeah, don't be heuristic, but it's literally, hey, I've proven myself to be more skilled in this specific thing than the one of because, so, for example, Arachne, she's basically a giant spider woman.
Let's see.
The entire reason she is a giant spider woman is because she was a much better, she's a much better weaver than Athena was. Well, it depends on the version. Some it was she was better, some it was a, you know, she was just a little bit more heuristic. But generally it's, she was better than Athena, like, and this was said, but like, and this was a competition judged by like the other Greek gods as well, and Arachne was proven better, so Athena went, okay then, I'm going to turn you into a spider because of that. Or with Heracles, because so Heracles' most famous thing is his like him doing the trials to atone. So the trials were for murdering his own wife and children, which he was forced to do when Hera, drove him insane. Why did she do that? Simply because Hercules was Zeus's son. And, you know, Hera. So Zeus being Zeus, he is known for not keeping it in his pants under any circumstances. Hera is Zeus's wife and gets really, really angry about that, but she is a big believer in the traditional nuclear family. You know, husband, wife, kids. Except for that one time when she got really mad at Zeus to try to have a child on her own, which caused Hephaestus, who one of his defining character traits is him being horrifically ugly because of that. Like, and as such, Hephaestus was then basically bullied out of anything. And then what? So when when they met Aphrodite, who herself was created from the sea foam that was left after Zeus killed Kronos and chopped him up and chucked him in the sea, Aphrodite being like this apparently made Aphrodite extremely, extremely beautiful, and so she was the goddess of love, beauty, whatever, and everyone wanted to be with her, and so what the gods decided to do was, hey, we'll have her marry Hephaestus.
Need to cloak myself here.
And slight issue though, like she was not remaining loyal. Like there's the just general, yeah, the gods are petty and assholes and everything, and the fact that she was like, yeah, I'm not settling with this ugly dude, so I'm going to cheat on him with every chance I get, and I mean her most generally ends up her general literally the one she generally ends up with is ends up choosing to be with is Ares, god of war. Yeah, Greek mythology is weird. But yeah, ultimately, generally it's a like the gods are not great. Like the Greek gods are not great. They are petty. They are generally assholes. They basically act like humans, but are a lot more powerful than the average human is. And it's literally like, hey, we're gonna offer Poseidon a bull in a hope that he doesn't destroy our ship. Like, that is the kind of things that it's we're gonna put offerings on the hope that this will convince them to not completely destroy us. Or and sometimes the strength to completely destroy our enemies, but it's Yeah. Then you compare that to, like, the Christian God, and it's a dude who can apparently do no wrong, is all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful, and yet you look at the world and you go, I mean, in the past 100... Like, one of the more famous stories from Christianity is Noah's Ark. God heard that some people didn't like him, so he went, okay, I'm going to flood the entire... Like, a lot of people stopped believing in him, so he went, okay, I'm going to flood the world, except for this one particular family, where I'm going to get him to build a boat and... two of each and every animal. Like, the logistics of that in and of itself is absolute bull. But that's for another time. And yet, with an ever dwindling worship base, plus, you know, a lot of, like, really bad things the world over, the dude just decides to do nothing? Like, what about the fact that, you know, during the Second World War... Now, the thing is, the way the Christian God works, it's, you know, Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit rolled into one. But then we have, like, then we have... So. The way I understand it is more or less...
My eyes soon.
A lot of the Abrahamic religions worship the same being that they know as God. Then the main differing,
This area is off limits.
like one of the main differing points is the other people around that, like, it's more of a mix and match of who they want to believe in. For example, some choose to worship Jesus, some it's a he was a prophet, some say he was just a madman going on about whatever he wants to, and is a heretic and whatever. But the point is, they all have this all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving God.
Hold on. Get back here and face me. This time.
Who seemingly has no problem with, like, this all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving God who, you know, what is it? Did the
Try to flank.
did the Jews not pray hard enough? Like, you would think that if, like, and considering a lot of the survivors,
Cowering in the hedge.
they, you know, then stop believing in their specific version of God regardless, and wouldn't you think that would have stepped the dude who is famous for not liking it when people don't believe in him, and as such punishing entire nations for not doing as he says, would have, you know, stepped in to go and save his people? And that's another issue I find with a lot of these. It becomes a case of, if you put, like, any cognitive thinking towards it at all, you then can very easily poke holes through a bunch of Oh, another key to the armory. Cool.
You yellow dog! Die now! Getting tired? Jesus God, my lord!
Another thing I do kind of find a bit funny is when
Can't outrun me!
certain groups try to go and say that, oh, because this, you know, major corporation is saying the same things I'm saying, it means they're supporting me.
I'll stage your welcome.
Like, no. Like, it's like how, so a bunch of, it's like how a bunch of, you know, companies had stopped, you know, using, like, a bunch of fashion companies stopped using overweight models in their stuff. And a bunch of these people are like going, oh, I feel so betrayed that this multi-million-dollar corporation is no longer you know, using the same message that we've been putting out. When they realized, hey, funny enough, this like, putting out this message isn't translating over to sales. Like, that's what I always will find the funniest. Whenever these companies go join the, whatever the major group of the week is in saying whatever message, realizing, hey, this isn't getting the same, like, this isn't getting better or even the same level of sales as our old marketing did. Okay, we're going to go back to that. And then the groups that they sided with then going, wait, no, you can't do that. That's, why aren't you continuing to spread our message? Like, guys, it's all about sales for them. And funnily enough, when a lot of your marketing ends up being, hey, average person, you suck for not being like these groups, being like this random minority here, isn't it exactly great for your sales? Funnily enough, sucking up to what the general public wants is a great way to boost your own sales. And if it turns out you want to, you know, use some minority, like, sure, go ahead, but don't expect that. But most companies, you know, want sales, and that's not going to translate very well. course, different companies have to, you know, work on their backpedaling differently. Like, if you're like a company that sells like clothing, backpedaling is, you know, just as much as, hey, is just as much as using, you know, going back to similar models to what you used beforehand. But if you get to a company like and I think that's a crash. Yeah. So if you have a company like that has, you know, specific law, so a company that runs a specific like fictional universe, and that you can't exactly backpedal as easily depending on what you say, because you could basically be putting out a message which is basically like, oh yeah, our law doesn't actually matter, we'll just alter, like, we don't get attached to anyone, we're just gonna alter it as we wish. But yeah, well, I think that'll be all for today, guys. Next time we're gonna go through that monastery, clear everyone out, and see about we're gonna get everything. I mean, we shouldn't have too many things we need to go for left. Yeah. But anyway, until next time, goodbye.